Art Classes for Kids. And welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am joined with Jet. And Jet hasn't been in a video in a long time. And if you're wondering, who's this Jet? Well, Jet is my son and also Lily's twin brother, who's usually behind the scenes, setting up the camera, painting the backdrops, and doing other stuff, and letting Lily be the little camera girl, or in front of the camera girl. So Jet, he really loves to draw, and he draws every day. So this is his kind of project, so we're gonna do it together. So if you're wondering what we're doing today, we are going to be doing an illustration, much like this, inspired by this painting that was painted by the famous filmmaker and artist, Tim Burton. So before we get into that, I wanna first tell you what supplies you're gonna need for today's project. So Jet, can you do that for me?
You're gonna need a pencil, a Sharpie, some Prismacolors.
Any colored pencils that you have will do, but we love those.
A piece of paper with blue tape. It's like a frame.
Yeah. If you wanna have this, if you have any masking tape, and the blue kind's best, you can put it on your little piece of white cardstock and have it look like that when it's finished. Otherwise, you can just draw to the edges. And last but not least,
a pencil sharpener.
A pencil sharpener, because you might be coloring a lot and need a sharper pencil. So that's what we're gonna need today. And if you're new, let me tell you a little bit about our channel. We've been making videos for about a year and a half, but in the last 6 weeks, we have kind of cranked it out and made some videos. We decided to post them every day while everybody's at home doing, distance education, or homeschooling. Yes, social distancing, home education. So now that you're all at home, we wanted to provide these for you a little more often. So we have been, the first 4 weeks, we did it 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right now we're just doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because we're working on a really big project for the summer, and we need a few extra days a week to work on that. So we'll be telling you about that more later. But we teach classes, my company, Art Classes for Kids. We've been teaching classes for 3 decades, and we do after-school programs, summer camps, we do private lessons, and we also do art-themed parties. And but we have our YouTube channel, and we also post on Pinterest, and we've
Instagram.
Oh yeah, we've got Instagram, and that's where people have been sending us their photos of their finished artwork. So if you haven't ever sent us one and you want to do it, all you gotta do is, do you know what to do?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna tell them and tell you at the same time. So if you want to show us how your finished product turned out, or your finished work of art turned out, all you gotta do is go to Instagram and post your photo on there and tag it with @ArtClassesForKids. And if you would like to send it to me and you don't do Instagram, but you want to send me an email with it attached, you can directly email me at kim@artclassesforkids.com. And check out my website, Art Classes for Kids, and where we have a list of supplies, and our supplies are all the kind of things we use in these classes. All these lessons online, all the basics, the papers, the pencils, the paints, the chalk pastels, the oil pastels, all the stuff we recommend that's really kid-friendly. And that is connected because we are Amazon affiliate, so we connect that to Amazon, so you're actually buying from Amazon, and they will be delivering it to you if you buy it through there. So check out our website first before, if you need any supplies. And also, if you want to help support our channel providing these classes free to you, you can always tip our Ko-fi app, which there's a link in our descriptions in this video. So let's get started.
Yeah.
Wanna get started? Okay,
Yeah.
So now we got all that out of the way. We are going to prepare our paper. Now you can just go plain white paper, draw all the way up to the edge, or if you don't want to do so much coloring in the background, you do this little tape.
You could have the masking tape.
Yeah, you can have a little faux frame.
Especially the blue kind, and you could have it as a frame, like this.
Yeah. So what I do is I pull out the tape, and then I line it up with the edge of the paper, rub it down, and I hold the corner, and then I whip it away and rip it. I do that to all the sides. I try not to wrap it all the way around because it makes it really hard to get off, and sometimes it tears the paper. So we've got this going. Now Jet's gonna do his tabletop. I'm gonna hold mine up And the great thing about this project is we are going to be doing some surreal characters. A lot of the stuff that Tim Burton does, and the reason he is so successful is because of his amazing imagination. So we are going to use our imagination today, and no one's is going to look like anyone else's. But we're coming from one point of inspiration, which is this painting. It is called Surrounded, and it's by Tim Burton. And you know, I don't know what he made this painting for, if he just made it for himself. Maybe he made it around the time he was doing a movie called Mars Attacks, where everything was outer space. Because this is crazy, like laser guns out in outer space.
Yeah.
And they're all shaped like different types of
Monsters
that have like an underwater look to them. Like they've got like a fishy look to them.
Yeah.
So what we're going, but that clown thing at the bottom kind of looks to me like a purple sun or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think.
Well, so when you take a look at art, you know, let it be whatever you want it to be. Look into it, and you don't have to know what it's about to enjoy it. Whenever you go to a museum, there's usually a description next to it. But if you see a painting across the room and you just love it for what it is, that's all that matters, you know? But we love looking at art, we love inspiration. So we are going to create our own little, I'm gonna call them space fish, because most of them look kind of fishy to me.
Yeah.
And they're in outer space, and they all have different kind of rockets or lasers and stuff. So we're gonna make our own. This one I just made just for this video to show you what we can do. And this one is a little bit inspired by the polka dot one. It's got a round body, it's got a couple of tails coming out of it, it's got teeth, and the tongue, out of the mouth, out of the tongue are little, like, looks like little mini astronauts.
Yeah.
With lasers.
Like laser guns.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our pencil, our regular school pencil, and you're gonna create a shape. So this one over here, the main shape is round. This one's round. This one's more of a triangle shape. This is kind of round, the mouth in the front, and a whole bunch of eyes.
This one's like an oval.
And an oval. So I want you to pick either a triangle, an oval, or a circle, and I want you to put it in the middle of this paper with your pencil. So decide what you're gonna do. Since I've already done a circle one, I'm gonna do this triangle one. So I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna draw this part really light here.
I'm gonna do that triangle.
You're gonna do the triangle one too?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay. If you wanna do this one, you're gonna add a circle. And you know what? These are just the guide, you know, these are just rough sketches, and after these sketches that we're doing with pencil, we're gonna use our Sharpie on top of them. So try not to write too dark, because you can erase part of it afterwards. And don't worry about it being perfect. Just get shapes on there. So Jet, just go for a big shape.
Okay.
Everybody's got a different style of drawing. Jet likes the very precise, you know, small lines, right? Okay, so once I get this, I'm gonna turn this into, it's gonna look like a boomerang, like this. So it starts out like this, and I'm gonna erase that pencil. I'm gonna draw dark because I wanna make sure that the camera can see it. But at home, I would love it if you drew light, and that is because I want you to be able to erase if you need to. Now, you could be making, you know what? I'm gonna draw two drawings. This one I'm not gonna put any tape on. If you wanna do that one, you're gonna go, ooh, that's a dirty piece of paper. Okay, if you're going to do this one over here, you just need a circle in the center, like that. So I've got my circular one, and I've got my boomerang shaped one. The boomerang one has another mouth inside of it, so I'm gonna do another shape that looks like a boomerang, like that. Then if I'm doing the circle, I'm going to add the mouth by making like a Pac-Man shape to start. Start it like a Pac-Man, then I'm going to round it and give it a lip. Round it and give it a lip. So I've got the circle style, which is that one, and I've got the boomerang shaped one like this. I'm gonna put one more mouth inside of this, but it's gonna be a narrower boomerang like this. So I've got 3. And then for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna give it teeth. So I've got my 2 big puffed up lips, and I've got teeth, and I've got a circle. this one, I've got these 3 boomerang shapes. Each one of these is going to get an eye. So I'm gonna make a circle and a dot in it. A circle and a dot in it, and a circle and a dot in it. So check it out. So we've got this one, and now on this one doesn't really even have an eye. This one, what I'm going to do is add circles, it's like a big polka dot. So add all your circles. Okay, so you can have your eye on the top, or you can have it right in the middle of that kind of boomerang shape. You're going for top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going for middle. Now I want you to make it your own. So you don't have to do everything that I do.
There's
I'm
no
giving you
right or
ideas.
wrong.
No right or wrong. Okay, now you're gonna decide, this one has like blue gums and yellow teeth. So I need a space where I show the gums. So I'm gonna have a different area here that I'm gonna color in. I'm gonna do that on each of them. See, I've done that? The teeth. So now I'm going to add the teeth. And the teeth, I'm not gonna put them across from where the eye is, but I'm gonna do everything else. And they're gonna get bigger as they get farther away from the center. So now I'm gonna do this one. And the same with this one. This one has, in the back, has like a rocket. You can make a rocket, or you can make something different. If you want to create some kind of high-tech thing that runs this
I might do that.
spaceship that looks like an animal, go ahead and create what you want to have. That one, this one, I'm gonna go for the Tim Burton style. It's got like a ball that has some green lights on it that are kind of square. And then it's got a row of circle red dots. I'm gonna make one stick out on the side like that. It's got this little kind of horn shape, which is a square and kind of like a triangle where the point goes into the square. And then I'm gonna have flames shoot out, but I don't have that much space, so I'm gonna have my flames shoot off to the side. Now this one, I've got those tails. The next thing I'm gonna add to this one is some stripes all through each tail. Maybe you're drawing 2. Maybe you've picked one or the other. I'm curving these as I go around because I want them to look like they're round, or they're curved, the tail, and not flat. Okay. Maybe I can get that to stand up. Maybe not. Oh, maybe there. Okay. Oh, show them yours. I really, look at the back of Jet's. Jet's has these really cool sparks coming out of the tail. Okay, now this one over here has these little like stringy tail things with little lights on the end. So if you want to add some more things, you can add these. Like I have 2 of these with a little ball at the end. So you can add some more details that make it look like there's a lot more going on back there. Figure out what yours is gonna be. But just make sure there's 2 lines if you want to color something in between. Awesome. Okay, now, this one, the mouth, needs to have some sort of a laser or something coming out of it. Mm-hmm. This one has, where it comes like a point like that. Oops, like this. Got that one a little bumpy. And then it has all of these little rings around it, like, go like that. And it's got another one, oval, goes like that. And they get smaller and smaller and smaller as they go around. But then what I'm doing is, I'm gonna bring these down here. Now this one, let's add something else to this. Oops. Get this top one out that I'm drawing on. Can we add, this one has these really awesome like bat wings on the top. You could add bat wings to the top, or you could add something else. I don't know. I'm gonna have maybe I'm gonna have 2 wings that come off, like bat wings, but I wanna change mine up a little. Make it a little smaller. Maybe I'm gonna have a little rainbow on top of each one to be different. Okay, and I've got my little bat wings. And now, this one, now if you want to color this in, see if you have a single line, you can double that like that and then erase right there and there. Okay, the thing I love so much about this one, which is also this one, is these little astronauts coming out with little cords out of the mouth. It's like this is the mothership and they're going out in space and they're connected by their cord so they don't like drift off in gravity, right? So let's make a few of those. So those, I'm gonna make 2 cords that come out. 1 cord like this. I gotta double the lines. Then I'm gonna make it curl. And I stop before I continue. I'm gonna put 1 astronaut over here and I'm gonna give him the head and a circle and a dot. That's one. Now I'm gonna go to another one. Down here somewhere. Let's clean that up a little. And this guy is gonna be over here. 2 circles and a dot, like a target. That's how I started off because they're connected by their head, like their helmet. We're gonna add a body. So it's kind of like the bottom of a triangle, the bottom of a candy corn, whatever you want to call that shape. It's a little wider at the bottom and narrower at the top where it touches the helmet. Then for legs, what I do for legs is I do like an upside down L, or like an L, and then I come back down like that. This one might be this way. If I want to have little feet on it, so that one's going this way, then this arm could come out here like that. Anything that goes in front, I erase anything that it crosses over. Then I'm gonna have another little arm out here. Which arm should have the laser? I don't know, this one maybe. So the laser looks like a raindrop with a line out of it and a circle and sparks. So I'm gonna do this guy down here. Maybe he's gonna have his feet going that way. And this arm's going to be, well, let's switch that off. I want him to go opposite directions. Let's go this way and this way. And then here's an arm. Here's another arm from the back. And this one, the laser's gonna be this way. Oh, let's make it a little lower. With a little line and a circle on it and sparks. Okay, so we've got our 2 guys. Now, those little cords, I want them to be a little fancier. I'm gonna put little lines in them so that I can make them look like they're stripes later. So I'm just going through that really quickly. Got that one, and then let's do this one. Now, one thing I didn't mention before is if we're going a little fast for you, you can always do what?
Pause the video.
Pause the video, and then when you're ready, you just push play again.
Then draw some more.
Yeah. So, you know, go at your own pace. Now, you don't have to draw all the things I've added. I want you to use your imagination. So, if you have an idea of something else that these little astronaut things could be holding or grabbing or reaching for, go ahead. If you want to put a little star out in space, that's fine. If you want to put a little planet far away with like a ring around it, that's fine. Let's see, what else can we do? Oh, this guy has a rocket at the bottom. You see that? So we're gonna give this guy 2 little straps here. And what kind of rocket does he have? Okay, he's got some kind of rocket that goes here, and then I'm gonna have to move that star. And then it's kind of like round at the back. What else is going on? It's got a few little things here, and in the front, it's got 2 circles. And what else is going on in it? Oh, it's got a little like engine with flames coming out of it. So I've got a little bit of flames right here. Got that. This one has a lot going on. Okay, this one's ready to be drawn. But now you look at my picture, see all these little sparks right here, these little red dashes in the background? In this painting, there's tons of little red dashes out in the universe. So we can add those with colored pencils as we go. So this one's ready to start getting lined and colored. This one, I need a little more action on this one. So what could I do? I think I need a few more of these things. And you know how the other one had astronauts hanging on it? This one, I'm gonna make up something. I don't know what yet, but I'm thinking about it right now. What could I have hanging out? Little monkeys?
Well, you have that hanging out right there.
No, but what could be hanging at the end of these cords? That one had astronauts. Could have baby fish, could have little space monkeys, could have
little rockets.
What? More rockets? Okay, so these are their own rockets. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do these ball rockets like I had in the other one. So these ones are little, or these little like lasers. They go like a little horn, have a little thing here, and then have two more things, and sparks, and like, let's go around like that. So this one goes here, here. Spark, spark, spark. Straighten it out a little. Okay, I've got this one looking just like this. So I think I want more things coming out. I think I'm gonna have some flames come out of this one's mouth. This one's gonna have some flames. I want more drama. And then over here I'm gonna have more flames. This is kind of dragon mouth. So the next step is really easy. You're gonna grab your Sharpie and hopefully it's not all dried out. See if you got a good juicy one. Okay, so then don't lose your cap. Okay, then you're gonna go over every pencil mark. Every pencil mark you're gonna go over with the Sharpie. So go ahead and just go for it. Go at your own pace. If you don't stay exactly on your mark, that's okay, because you can always erase the pencil. I'm actually going to embellish on mine. I'm going to round off these gums. I'm going to clean mine up a little as I go around it, and then I'm going to erase the pencil marks that still show. Maybe I'm going to make my teeth a little better because I rushed them when I was doing it. So there's my first head of my little boomerang face. Then I'm gonna go to the next one. And I'm not gonna crisscross over things. If one thing overlaps another, I stop when my line touches it. Then, doing the teeth. Like that. Ooh, looking good, Jet. Okay, so while we're coloring this, I'm not sure if many of my viewers are familiar with Tim Burton, but he has made a lot of movies. And some, I don't know, do you have any favorites, Jet?
I do.
Okay, name some movies that you've seen that are Tim Burton directed and created, yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, that Jack Skellington. If you like to draw Jack Skellington, I've got a video of how to draw Jack Skellington on my YouTube channel. And check that out. What other movie?
The Corpse Bride.
Oh, The Corpse Bride, yeah. That was kind of a dark, kind of macabre movie.
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that one I loved because no one understood him.
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, I haven't seen that one. Have you seen it?
No,
I just know that one.
I just know it.
Yeah, that's another kind of scary one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know of kind of fun movies for kids. He has done the second version of the Willy Wonka movie called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where it's a modern version on it. And he always has, or he often has Johnny Depp in his movies. And he's just done so many cool movies. Gosh, what are they all? Mars Attacks. He did one of his first movies was called Beetlejuice, which is kind of crazy. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, just all different kinds. And he started out drawing just as a kid, just like you guys are. So you never know, you may end up being the next big filmmaker. And it all started by just drawing. Okay, so we're gonna keep doing this. Wow, that looks cool, Jet.
Thanks.
So we're drawing our own creations. Hopefully you've added some unique elements that make it your own, using your imagination. Okay, so now this end.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
I'm gonna go get another Sharpie.
Oh, I've got these. Try these.
Oh.
I've got backup Sharpies. Okay, I've got this one all drawn. Now, any of my pencil marks that show a lot, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to erase those. Like I didn't match up my teeth exactly with my drawing, my original pencil marks, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove those.
I'm gonna start erasing right now.
Okay, go ahead and erase. While he's erasing, I've got this one all drawn up with my Sharpie. So now I'm gonna go ahead and draw this one so that we can show you this one too. Okay, so you're ready. Okay, let me just finish this up. Hopefully you at home are almost done going over all your pencil marks with a Sharpie. Oh, I don't know, rainbows in or rainbows out?
I don't know.
Stupid, not too dark, and it's too happy. Have a nice day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not dark enough. Okay, but maybe I'll have some little ears on top. Like that, that'll be different. Okay, I've gotten a lot. So all I have left to draw on this one are the astronauts. So I'm just gonna try to knock that out really quick. Okay, so this one we have everything drawn, except I didn't put a black space in between my stripes because I really don't want to have a big black line in between those. So I left that open.
I added some flames like yours.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
To what part?
The mouth.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that really added another dimension to it. Okay, so, oops. Okay, so I think we're ready to color. So, coloring, I'm gonna start with this one here. So if I wanna color this, I just gotta come up with the colors. So it could be any color. I'm gonna color this right here. I'm gonna go with this being yellow. And you can keep it a solid color yellow, or I could teach you how to shade it in. So what I do is I just color right up to my black Sharpie line.
I'm going with this dark blue, violet blue.
Ooh, cool.
He calls it.
So I'm gonna do it nice and even. Then after I do that, I'm going to add something to make it look a little more 3D. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shade the top and bottom edges. So I'm adding this. And then I'm doing that to the bottom. It's just a subtle shading and it's going to make it look more 3D. If I want to make it look even more dramatic, I could take a darker orange, like this one, and then I can add a little dark to the top too. And fade that in a little. So when you're coloring with colored pencils, you can keep everything a solid color. It will look a little more flat. If you want to do some blending like this, it'll make it look a little more three-dimensional or like it has volume to it. So that's up to you. So next I'm going to do these lips blue. So I'm going to start really light. This is another way you can shade, is I'm doing the lips really light, like this. And then I'm going to use the same color and shade the edges. So if I wanted to do one more thing to it, if I want it to look like it's shiny, I can leave a little bit of this light color like that, and it's going to look like they're little highlights. Maybe I'm gonna put, so now I've got it like that where I left a little light blue and it looks so much lighter that it looks like a highlight. Then I can take a darker blue. Oh my God, these are all I have so many things I could teach you guys, but we're gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna show you a few optional things. You decide if you wanna do them. You don't have to do any of these. You can just color in solid like it's a coloring book that you designed your own page to. But what you wanna do is you wanna experiment too sometimes. So now I'm putting the darker blue right near the edges. That'll make it look a little more 3D. And if I go out of lines, don't worry about it. You're gonna have a background's a different color, or maybe you're gonna make an outer space background like I'm gonna do with the black. Okay, so I've got one of these done. Now I'm gonna go do another one. I'm gonna do all three of mine in the same color scheme. But to mix it up, I think I'll do the gums on each one different colors. So let me just get my faces done. So I've got those. I'm going to add the orange. Ooh, Jed, I like your shading. Nice, okay. Now if I add a little shading, I need to add it behind anything that goes in front of it, like these teeth. Like I gotta go in between the teeth and still have it in there. Okay, so I've got my three faces. Now my three sets of lips. My first set of lips I did blue, but I think I'm gonna do the other ones different colors. If you're working on this one, go ahead and use this as your example of what it could look like. Let me just get this to stay up. So on this one, I did my, the main part of this one, purple, and then I shaded it a little darker on the top and a little darker on the bottom. So let me try this green now. So the green, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to color the whole thing in green, but lightly, and then I'm gonna darken in the edges so I can look like I have a little shine or a highlight. And now I'm going to do the last set of lips. Which color? I'll do purple on that one. Okay, so I've got my three sets of lips. I'm gonna keep my teeth white, even though they're yellow in that, but then they have white faces. Now I'm going to do my flames. Oh my gosh. So flames are kind of like, you know, those warm colors, like yellow, orange, red. So I'm going to start with the yellow back here. I'm gonna color most of it yellow. Then I'm going to add some orange to my flames. And then I'll put a little red on the tips. Okay. Nice. So check out my flamies. Where one color meets up with the other, I kind of fade them together. Like that. Like my flames? Okay, now my little laser thing. Oh my God, what's that gonna be? How about that's blue? So hopefully you're having a lot of fun with this project. You've used your imagination, you've drawn it with a pencil, went over it with a Sharpie. So far not too tough, right? Now, how well you color it, how smooth and how solid, and adding that extra option of shading, that's gonna make your drawing really awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, behind this little pole, I'm gonna make it darkest and then I'm gonna fade it out. Let's get to the back. The back, oh, I kind of like the way they did that. So I'm gonna do green and then red. So I'm gonna do green in these, but I'm gonna fade it, I'm gonna do it light because I want them to look 3D. So now I take the darker green and I'm gonna shadow it, or color it darker at the bottom and the side. So it's a little 3D. And now I'm going to do my those little lights on the top, red. So if I want it to look really 3D, Jet, I'm going to do kind of like when you shade a sphere or a ball. You just kind of shade it, and then the bottom edge is a little bit darker and it fades. Well, yours is looking good. I like the colors you used.
Thanks.
Okay. So Jed, how often do you draw?
Not that much.
Like every day, every day.
Sometimes.
Jed creates a lot of really unique characters. So
I need a yellow.
You need a yellow.
Oh, this one's not sharpening.
Oh, let me try it. Yeah, if you get a soft pencil, like a Prismacolor, you don't want to jam it down in there. You want to turn it sideways and just let it shave the side of the wood without breaking the tip. If you drop these pencils, sometimes the lead cracks within it, and that's why it doesn't come out. Here's shallow. Okay, so, well, actually, I want to use that yellow. Okay, I'm adding a glow around all these lights. Like that, and then I'm going to color in, let's see, here's this dark blue. I'm gonna make it dark blue around here. But towards the bottom, I'm gonna shade it and fade it darker. So I shade it, and then I don't press as hard so that I can fade it out. Like that. Oh my gosh, all I have left are all these little things out here. So I think I better do this flame on the back. Oops, I'm gonna do the whole thing yellow. Then on top of it, I'll add the orange and then red to the tips. Let's see, here's a good red. That's cool. Do you want to use this red and this orange?
I'm gonna use that orange.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so this little horn thing, I think I'm gonna make this that purpley blue thing too. Okay, and then I'm going to make it brown on the inside. Okay, each one of these things, I think I'm going to make these red, but I want them to look like they're glowing. So, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make them darker at the bottom and lighter at the top so they look like they have a highlight. Like that. So the bottom of each one of those red circles is darker. And then I'm going to add some yellow around them so they look like they're glowing outer space. Maybe those things are gonna be striped. Be a good color for those to be striped. How about pink? I haven't used any pink, okay? These are gonna be pink and white striped. So I'm just making a little color, skipping a space, and then making a little more color. So there's my pink and white striped little cords back there with little blinking lights on them. And if I want to make those look shaded, I'm going to take maybe a color like brown, that's dark. And I'm going to shade one side of it on top of pink and over. Okay, then the cords that go to those little laser guns, I think those, I'll do a different color. Those I'll make, I think I'll make those lime green. So these, okay, now I'm gonna shade that as well with brown. So one side of this is going to get a little shade along half of it. You like that? Oh, yours looks good. Your flames are rocking. I love it. Okay. And then the last thing that I'm coloring in of all this are these little lasers. Let's make those orange and stuff. Okay, so going for the lasers now. So the ball part, I'm shading it really light, then I'm gonna go to the bottom, curve it, and fade it up. And now on the edges of that, I'm gonna go and shade it. And then my lights, I think I'm just gonna make those bright yellow right here, these little things. So now I have everything colored in on this. You might still be working on yours. And this one, I'm actually not going to do since I already have this example right here. But what I'm going to show you is once you have all your pencil lines drawn, then you've got all your Sharpie marks on top of the pencils, then you've colored in everything. Now we need these colored sparks that are outer space. So those, I'm gonna make a bunch of those all in the back. I'm just making little squiggle marks, like little dashes out of colored pencil. And I'm having a burst from one direction, kind of coming from here. And then I'm gonna make these sparks those colors too. No, actually I'll make those orange. Okay, more of these red sparks back here. They're just little dashes. Okay, and I'm gonna get these to go all the way up here. Looking good, Chet. I wonder what that sound is.
It's like a tow truck, I think.
Oh, it's outside, they're checking the drain.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got all these, and now I'm gonna add a few more that are yellow that come from out here. Okay, so I have all these. Now you gotta make all these little dashes in the background if you wanna have that crazy atmosphere. Once you get all these dashes, now comes the final part of this project, which is coloring the background with black Sharpie. But you're gonna need to go around everything, including those little outer space sparks. So let me show you how to do that. You're gonna take your pen and you're gonna go
basically outline.
Yeah, because I have this little glow around here and I just want that to be like, maybe like that. Then I'm going to outline everything and then fill it in solid. So take your time, be careful around your edges. When I go around these little yellow areas, I kind of zigzag it. They kind of look like flowers, but I might add some dots in them later, like for some detail. Now when I get to all of these little sparks like this, I just go and make a shape around it with my Sharpie. So I do that. Then the spaces in between my Sharpie, I fill in black.
Those are my sparks.
What? Oh, those are awesome. I love it. You can put a comet in the background or, you know, some other kind of crazy flying saucer that's far away or a planet. You know, get imaginative. Now this part's gonna take some time. So if you wanna pause your video, then, and just, start doing all your Sharpie,
Or
just like mad crazy.
Fast forward it.
Or fast forward it, see how it finishes, and then work on yours, whenever you want. You can also take a break, work on yours, and then go back and work on it again, like in a couple hours or something. These masterpiece drawings take a little time, longer than this video probably. So do your best. Okay, so far I've got this corner background done. So I got a little ways to go still. So I'm gonna keep it going. How you doing, Jet?
Good.
Just coloring in your background. But after you color in all this black background, that's what's gonna make your character really pop out. I'm gonna lay mine down so that I can work a little faster. Now we're doing the background coloring part. So this part takes a little more time, but this is what makes this look so awesome in the end. So these animals, or these, outer space rockets, or whatever they are, spaceships, they're very surreal. And if you've never heard that word before, surreal is kind of like where it's very imaginative. It's not so real, It's taking something that is real and doing it differently, like it may have never been seen before. Taking a look at whatever it is in a different light, in an imaginary way. Wow. Now, if you need to turn your paper at a different angle to make it more comfortable to color in, go right ahead. Sometimes it's hard to stay in the same position for a long time. You turn yours around, don't you, Jet?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's hard to get in between all these teeth. Luckily, you had those flames by your teeth. I have all these black spots to get to. Alrighty, I've got my background over half done. So I think I'm going to keep the rest of the sky just black. The entire thing doesn't have to have dashes in it. Wow, I've got mine almost done. I only have this much more to go. I'll come and help you if you want help in the background.
Okay.
Jet, watch this technique. Oh, sorry, that I do. I go like this. I just go really fast, a row, and then I go over this little area, you know what I mean? Wow, so I've got mine this much colored in the back. So, Jet, can I just do one corner of yours?
Yeah.
Oh no, while you're doing it. You do it while I do it, but just get it in a good position.
Okay.
Okay, oh, here, you work that corner, I'll do this corner closer. Okay, so I'm gonna help him get his background done. Okay. Looking good. So we'll just have Jet finish up, and then for those of you at home, keep working on it. You know, pause the video at any time and then jump right back up as soon as you're done with your background. And now we've both finished our background, our black Sharpie background. So let's go ahead and peel our tape off slowly. Go really slow because it wants to rip the paper on this kind of paper. And then I'll get ready to say ta-da. Wow, that looks pretty awesome, Jet. Let's hold them up and show our viewers at home how ours turned out. Ta-da! Well, I can't wait to see how yours turned out at home. So I sure hope you send a picture by posting it on Instagram and tagging it with Art Classes for Kids, or send it to my email, kim@artclassesforkids.com. And boy, what can we tell them next? Well, you know, this is something you can always do on your own too. After you've done this video, you might come up with a whole bunch of different creatures that are out of your own imagination, and you know, use some of the same materials and make some really cool things. What do we want to do? What do you want to tell them to do?
Like and subscribe and click the notification button so you can get more videos from us when we upload them.
Yeah, and you can see all the other things coming. Our next video is coming on Friday, and it's Found Object Friday. We're going to be doing a painting with canvas. I hope you can join us then. Now, thanks for watching, and keep making
Cool art.